Welcome to the Mighty Trigon, the smallest fighting surface in combat sports, where 90% of our fights end with a knockout. Featuring the biggest roster in the sport, we showcase the best bare knuckle action from around the globe. This is BKB, Bare Knuckle Boxing.
And that beautiful city is Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. We have a great night of fights inside the Mighty Trigon, the smallest surface in combat sports. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome to BKB 44 as we get set for what is a very special night. 330 days ago, Paty Juarez looked to make BKB history. She had the lightweight championship. She fought Khortni Kamyron for the inaugural title at 140 pounds. Super lightweight. Khortni Kamyron spoiled that dream. Now it's Khortni's chance to capture two as Paty looks to defend her lightweight title tonight. Paty Juarez, our first ever champion in BKB history. It's the family business, something she has solidified her legacy with the gloves off. It's boxing. Worthy of note, the last time Paty watched her opponent get her arm raised, she responded with one of the greatest performances of her career. An unknown about a year ago, not anymore. Khortni Kamyron is a champion, and now it's her turn to try to become the first woman ever to win a belt in two different weight divisions. This one is at 135. 154, welcome back, Florida Gremlin, Henry Williams, winner of 3 straight inside the octagon. Hey, inside the Trigon, you could make the argument that he could be 5-0 in BKB. He wants to be a contender at 154. His opponent is our champion at 147, Javon Wright. Now, Javon Wright said, hey, I'm gonna stay in the welterweight division, but I'm a fighter. So I'm gonna fight tonight. I'm gonna fight at 154. I'm gonna try to get a win, because at the end of the day, you get your arm raised in the Trigon, and you just keep on rolling. This should be a great co-main event of the evening. And what a way to get things started. And with that, Big Mo, here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mile High City of Denver, Colorado, as you are all live around the world for BKB, Bare Knuckle Boxing. And tonight, we have an incredible card all taking place with the gloves off inside the smallest surface in combat sports, BKB's Mighty Trigon. Our main event features a World Championship rematch, but before we get to that, we open tonight's main card with 5 3-minute rounds in the Bridgerweight division, brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Steven Balea. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the multicolored trunks with red and black, he stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. He weighed in at 201.8 pounds. He is a veteran of mixed martial arts and a veteran of 1 professional bare knuckle contest. Fighting out of Wichita Falls, Texas, introducing Bubba McDaniel. And now his opponent, standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in at 202.6 pounds. He holds an even bare knuckle record of 4 victories versus 2 defeats with 1 no contest. Fighting out of Roanoke, Virginia, introducing the former BKB World Championship contender, Zion Tomlinson.
Step back, behind the line. With Supro, 25-year-old Tomlinson against 42-year-old McDaniel. 3-inch reach advantage for Z-Man, everything else virtually identical. Here we go, Bubba McDaniel, long-time veteran.
I would tell you right now, we might as well just get right into it. There's a lot of bad blood between these two fighters. Goldie, as you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in social media. First southpaw we see the night, by the way, in Bubba McDaniel.
And a very true southpaw MMA fighter since 2005. Second bare knuckle fight for Bubba McDaniel, who was on The Ultimate Fighter way back when Kelvin Gastelum was the victor. Season 17, he was on Team Jones in 2013. Zion Tomlinson coming off a title fight against Cub Hawkins. And he scores the first knockdown of this contest. I am with Mike McCarthy. You know him as Large from Barstool Sports. So they waved it off. No 8 count there. It was a trip.
With 2 trips back to back, the Z-Man and for Bubba.
Orthodox. Oh! There's no doubt about that one. Oh! Great combination landed by Zion Tomlinson.
7, 8, 9. He's done.
It is all over. Just like
knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Stephen Balea calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 12 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Zion Z-Man Tomlinson. Zion Tomlinson. First round finish. You did exactly what you told us you were going to do leading in. You said that we could expect the best performance we've seen of Zion Tomlinson of late or ever. And do you believe that's what you showed tonight?
Yeah, I had a lot of chip on my shoulder too. The man said he's gonna kill me and take away from my 3 kids. And the man thing I'm taking from my kids.
A lot of emotion after this fight, obviously. You came in, you're in a very bolstering bridgerweight division for BKB. A lot of great fighters that are towards the top of that division. You bounce around between cruiser and bridger and things like that. As you move forward with BKB fighting in the Trigon, what are you looking to accomplish next now that you picked up another victory?
I'm looking back to get another contender fight. Alex Wilson, he said he wants to smoke, come get it.
Alex Wilson, that sounds like a great matchup. Lastly, Zion, anything that you have to say to your friends, family, supporters that watched you tonight?
Out there, everybody that came out here, took the trip. Run over Virginia, we'll be back on top.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your winner, Zion Z-Man Tomlinson. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Alejandro Castro. This bout is brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim. He stands 5 feet, 3 inches tall. He weighed in at 124.6 pounds. He holds an even bare knuckle record of 1 victory versus 1 defeat. And he fights out of Riviera Beach, Florida. Introducing Mighty Mouse, Brandon Desrosier. And now his opponent standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with black, green, and red trim. He stands 5 feet, 7 inches tall. He weighs in at 126 pounds. He is a mixed martial arts veteran, but tonight he makes his professional bare knuckle debut, fighting out of right here in Denver, Colorado, by way of Chihuahua, Mexico. Introducing Jorge Martinez.
Open up that back. Open up that back. Go get it.
Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Desrosier and Martinez. Here we go! Mighty Mouse, a little
Really
trickster early on, jumps into the action. White and blue trunks for Mighty Mouse, all 5, 3 of them, 5'7". George Martinez, white, green, and orange in the southpaw stance. Natural southpaw. Mighty Mouse talked about not smothering himself, which he said he did do against Brandon Burr. He wants to avoid, and you talked about it, Large, against another man with MMA experience, and Martinez looks good and fast early.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He said he wanted to avoid any of the dirty stuff. Kind of jumped the bell there a little bit. Mighty Mouse jumping over to Team Dirty. Also leading with his head here a little bit. Extremely dangerous. I just wonder if George can take advantage.
Mighty Mouse said he's been working on his outside game. His movement is so quick to slip. He is working for Amazon now. That was so flow. And he said, and I quote, "This is going to be a prime overnight delivery of a knockout." Time will tell. Now I put a little pressure on him.
Yep.
Taking nothing away from his opponent, of course. Martinez, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. He was fighting for free. He said,
Stop.
Said, "Why not do it for a living?" Making his debut.
A little low there. I'm trying to run over there.
No, we partners.
Stay right here for a second.
Seconds. Mighty Mouse. You see that though.
Low, bro.
Southpaw orthodox. Actually, we got difference like this.
And the size, and
Yeah.
Mighty Mouse looking to be compact. But a fast start, and Brandon told us that. Most people say Brandon, but Mighty Mouse told us that he's really worked on his speed. He's in great condition for this. He's got AJ Easley in his corner. That's in the business. Martinez time.
I'd say I need to see a little more action in Martinez, but must have been reading my thoughts. Comes in with a 1-2.
Get down, stay low,
You have so much fun when you're around Mighty Mouse. You wonder if he takes this seriously. The answer is absolutely yes. But he takes pressure off himself too with that comedic relief.
Yeah.
Nice slip hook there.
I'll tell you, I had breakfast with him this morning. Little known fact, he orders his steak extra well done. It was disgusting, Goldie. I don't respect him in that respect, but everything else is aces with me.
No, I don't want to fight. They collide again, and it was it.
He did. That was
strength.
Who else takes a knee here? There he is.
They get to the punch right in the eye. That right eye. See how much it bothered him. Under 30 seconds on the clock. Round number 1. Knockdown scored by Martinez. Look at him. 10 seconds.
Some good work here, Martinez.
Good finish for George Martinez, teeing away. Round number 2. That's a slip. Knockdown scored in the first round by George Martinez. Mighty Mouse in the white and blue trunks. Quick hit. Nasty landing to the head of Mighty Mouse in that flurry. He's up. So a knockdown in the first, a knockdown in the second by Martinez. Martinez looks good in his buzzsaw fashion, and again delivering. Brandon talked to us about not rushing in. He's using that movement coming in, that Mike style, peek-boo movement, but he got caught when he was swinging away wildly a moment ago large.
And Martinez is extremely composed.
Nice uppercut. Yeah. Mouse. Yes, he is. Martinez is composed. Another knockdown scored here in a second.
Not sure how many of these Mighty Mouse can take. I've seen him fight before, and he is. Oh, there it is.
George Martinez. With attendance. He took care of her babies their entire life. She is loving the performance put on by her son in his bare knuckle debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Armando Castro calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 8 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, George Buzzsaw Martinez. George Martinez. Hold on a second. Do we have any George Martinez fans in the building tonight? George, it was a homecoming for you tonight. You have a combat sports background, but tonight you fought bare knuckle for the first time.
Yes, sir.
I always like to ask, What did you think of this?
Honestly, man, it's just like back in the day when I used to be a badass kid, back in like middle school and high school, fighting for free. Same shit, no gloves, no nothing. Just getting paid for it now. That's it.
As we move forward, as BKB continues to grow, is this something that you want to keep doing? You want to keep fighting in the Trigon?
Hey, I'm up for it. I haven't fought here in Colorado in over 3-4 years, close to it. So I love the opportunity to be here, represent Colorado, represent Mexico, and be out here for all you guys here supporting me.
Now, you have a lot of friends and family watching. You were talking about how your mom got to watch you. Any special message out there to the mom of a fighter? Take your time, George. You're good, bro. We got you here. He loves his mom, ladies and gentlemen. Take all the time you need, bro. Take all the time you need.
Oh, not to take the shine from my mom, but happy birthday to my dad, who, when he filled in the role for a dad, he's my damn dad. My mom, thank you for getting me to where we are. I love you so much, and all the hard work you've done, this ain't nothing compared to what you've done out there for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your winner, Jorge Martinez! And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Denver, Colorado, we have arrived at the Cruiserweight division. Scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds and is brought to you by Supbro. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Steven Balea. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 178 pounds. Tonight he enters the Trigon with an even bare knuckle record of 2 victories versus 2 defeats. And he fights out of Miami, Florida by way of Payette, Idaho, introducing the former BKB World Championship contender, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy the Samurai Turner! And now his opponent standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the camouflage trunks, he stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 180 pounds even. He holds an undefeated professional bare knuckle record of 1 victory, opposite no defeats, and he fights out of right here in Denver, Colorado. Introducing Michael Santos.
Right, here we go. Mike Santos, black and red trunks. Camouflage, change it up on us a little bit. Long-time member of the military, serving our country. Tommy Turner, Tiger Stripes, Samurai inside.
Gentlemen, referee Steven Balea calls a stop to this contest at 32 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout and still undefeated, Mike Bolo Santos. Mike Santos. Yeah, watch out for that blood. That's your fault. You see that blood in the can? That's you. Yeah, put your hands in your pockets. Mike Santos, you had your first fight, you finished it in a minute. I remember hearing Goldie say maybe minute 2. Tonight you did it in half the time. So does that mean your next fight we get it in 15? What's up?
Hey, we'll see. I was gonna retire after this fight, but I don't know anymore. I miss kicking and choking people, so I was gonna go back to MMA, but I'm gonna stick here for a little bit.
I was gonna say, for someone that thought about retiring, you seem to really enjoy yourself in the Trigon.
Oh, this is a fucking blast, man. It's the best feeling in the world. Sorry for cussing, it's just part of my habit. But Yeah. I wanna keep fighting as long as I can. I can do that.
Now, combat sports veteran, military member, veteran, thank you for your service as well. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. But tonight, you're still undefeated as a professional bare knuckle fighter. As you move forward for BKB, fighting in the cruiserweight division, fighting in any division, is a belt something that you want around your waist?
Hey, let's do it. Fuck it. Let's go for it, man. I think I'm gonna go down a weight class. I think 180 is kind of heavy. I think I'll go down to 170 and 155.
Last question, quick one. We're here in Denver, Colorado. You live down in the spring, spend a lot of time in Denver. Anything that you have to say to the crowd here tonight or the friends and family that watch you around the world?
Oh, thank you everybody who came to support me. Thank you my coaches. I love you guys. All of your support means the fucking world to me, so.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your winner, Polo Mike Santos, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Denver, Colorado for BKB 44. This England versus Mexico matchup is set for 5 3-minute rounds in the Super Cruiserweight division and is brought to you by Master Sound Productions. Our referee in charge of the bell rings is Armando Castro. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the green trunks with gold and purple trim, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 197 pounds. Tonight, he enters the Trigon with a professional bare knuckle record of 3 victories versus 2 defeats and 1 draw. And he fights out of Ilford, England, introducing Kevin the Green Machine Greenwood. And now his opponent, standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks, he stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 201 pounds. Tonight, he enters the Trigon with an undefeated bare knuckle record of 1 victory, opposite no defeats, and he fights out of Tijuana, Mexico. Introducing Julian Fernandez.
That is a big fighter, and Julian Fernandez, his father, Pedro Pitbull Fernandez, in the corner. Kevin Greenwood. Julian Fernandez, we are underway. Fernandez comes out swinging. Greenwood looking to clinch. They go, that is, I mean, Julian Fernandez, when he sat down, he was big and the meeting's large.
Yes.
He's as large as you.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll tell you what, he's half as scary as his dad.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too loud in case I piss off his pop.
And he's working the dirty boxing.
Yes.
Greenwood trying to survive early. Kevin Greenwood, a veteran, said he was in New York City 20 years ago, but he was a little guy, didn't remember much. Well, little as in 22, but this is his first trip to the States to fight. Looks like he's avoided the early flurry, or at least survived it large.
Absolutely, and I've seen a little body work out of Greeny too, which is refreshing to see here.
Greenwood has been in there against some of the best.
Yeah.
Coming off a fight against Ryan Barrett, and Ryan Barrett is a big man as well. The Green Machine trying to work that head movement. Got to be careful. Can Fernandez, large, I wonder, keep up this pace?
He's trying to create a little bit of distance like he said he wanted to. It's just so tough in this small ring, and fat guy in a little coat, big guy in a little ring. It's that right uppercut, which he just landed there, that he says is his shot. And he's already hit Green with a couple of them. And he seems to be eating them pretty well.
First bare knuckle fight for Julian Fernandez since his debut 16 months ago. Father of 2, Greenwood, so excited to be here. Former BKB British heavyweight champion. He's kind of getting ragdolled, but Kevin Greenwood has been around long enough, large, that he knew that this was going to be the early obstacle that he's going to have to try to get over.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where if Greenwood can just get through these first 2 rounds, as I say that, a couple of clean 1-2s just landed across his grill. So he's going to take a knee here, standing 8,
9, 10.
It is all over, just like that. Welcome to BKB
gentlemen, referee Armando Castro calls us off this contest at 2 minutes, 9 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Julian Fernandez. All right, I'm going to bring in some help here. Our legendary matchmaker, Mr. Malbon's way to translate. Julian. All right, we got some Julian fans here. Julian, first and foremost, congratulations. You came back to bare knuckle, but it was your first time in the Trigon. Do you like fighting in the Trigon?
Peleaste hace tiempo en el bare knuckle, regresaste esta vez. ¿Qué te pareció pelear en el Trigon?
Dicen en México que el que es perico donde sea es verde. Entonces, que nos pongan un triángulo, un cuadrado, pentágono, círculo, lo que sea, siempre va a ser el mismo resultado. Vamos a ganar.
Did you expect it to be such a short night tonight? You ended it in the first round. Was that your plan going into this fight?
¿Esperaste que esta noche va a ser tan corta para ti?
Siempre vengo con la mentalidad de ganar. Yo vengo preparado para pelear 5 rounds. Siempre, si se acaban el primero, se acaban el quinto, traemos aire para toda la pelea.
Anything that you have to say to your friends, family, people that may be watching in Mexico?
Algo que tienes que decir a tus fanáticos en México, a tu familia, amigos.
Nada, solamente muchísimas gracias a toda la gente que sé que cuento con su apoyo. Gracias a todas las personas que vinieron a verme. Gracias a la gente que está desde Tijuana viéndome. Un saludo a toda mi familia, a mis amigos, a todas las personas que siguen mi carrera. Muchísimas gracias y que Dios me los bendiga siempre.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your winner, Julian Fernandez. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live here in Denver for BKB 44. And this bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division and is brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Steven Balea. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with black trim, he stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 133.4 pounds. Tonight, he is making his professional bare knuckle debut, fighting out of Das Marinas, Cavite in the Philippines, introducing Ruel Panales. And now his opponent, standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 135 pounds even. He fights out of Matanzas, Cuba, by way of Miami, Florida, USA. Introducing one of the most dominant bare knuckle fighters in the world, holding a staggering record of 6 victories versus no defeats, with all 6 of those wins coming by way of knockout, all of them coming within the very first round. Introducing the former bare knuckle world champion, El Indio, Alberto Blas.
Our featured matchup in the lightweight division. Southpaw against Southpaw. Here we go! Black trunks for Alberto Blas. White and black for Ruel Panales. They clinch.
Okay, break. Stop. You gotta watch your head.
Both men very athletic, both very quick. Panales light on his feet. Just missing with that left. Was Panales, but he almost paid for it, didn't he, Large?
Yeah, he's stunned both times by this just straight jab out of Blas. You can tell why this guy is a dominant fighter.
Hands are free.
Working in the clinch, which is allowed. That's one thing Rolando D does a great job of too. Strong, powerful. Blas so composed and right back ready to fire. No space. Panales over the top. Quick jab.
I'd like to see a little more defense out of Panales.
Yeah.
Blas just landing at will.
We have gone 105 and there's a knockdown. Scored by Blas. 4, 5. Panales is up.
6, 7, 8. Come to me. You okay?
He's going to continue. And this officially becomes the longest fight of Alberto Blas's bare knuckle career.
So this is deep water.
Yes. But man, is he pouring it on.
Dominant.
Blas looking to fire back as Panales comes in. Head movement. Blas so smooth.
Yeah, using that height advantage to his benefit too as he tucks away.
But I'll tell you what, if you're anything like your coach in the D Incredible team,
That's
go
a
as
shot.
much as he can, and a good one there. Under a minute,
Good
round
left
number 1. Mike Goldberg along with Large from Barstool Sports. We're having a great time tonight. Danielle Monet, our entire BKB crew, Big Mo. And these two putting on a show in the lightweight division. 42 seconds away is the Filipino from sending Blas to the second round for the first time in his bare knuckle career, although Alberto has scored a knockdown.
Panales has landed a couple of clean shots here in the second half of the round. Just nothing obviously enough to affect Blas.
When he got tight, he was looking to pull in his opponent. And it is all over.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Stephen Belay calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 43 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO and still undefeated, El Indio, Alberto Blas. Alberto Blas.
I need to go down. I need to go down. Oh my God, it's good. You can throw it down.
Alberto Blas, first and foremost, congratulations. You come into this with an incredible record in the sport of bare knuckle, but this was your first time fighting in the Trigon. Did you like it?
Felicidades,
I love it. Hey, BKB, thank you for the opportunity. Hey, let me talk Spanish because I have a lot of Spanish people aquí. Listen, oh my gloria está God. Toda mi gloria será de Dios siempre, hoy, mañana y siempre. Gracias BKB por esta oportunidad. Me siento súper bien. Casi un año sin pelear cosas de la vida, pero mi Dios siempre tiene propósito para mí. Thank my God. Thank you for BKB for the opportunity, and I love being here, my man.
You're already a world champion. As you enter now in BKB, is your plan to be to get the championship around your belt once again?
Hey, Denver, what do you think? I need a title shot, eh? Hey, Denver, thank you, thank you. Hey, listen, I'm the best 135 in the world. Listen, I need the title shot. BKB, bring BKB to Miami. I'm gonna bring on Miami for you guys. I got you. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. I need go. I taking my title shot. I'm the best 135 in the world.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Oh, we got another thing.
Hey, listen. My next fight, I want to fight Gustavo Trujillo. Hey, Gustavo Trujillo, I want to fight you. I'll cut you out. The Cuban assassin. I don't care how many fights you have. I'm coming for you, my Cuban assassin. I love my man. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Still undefeated, El Indio, Alberto Blas. Live from the Mile High City for BKB 44. This is your co-main event of the evening. 5 3-minute rounds in the Super Welterweight division. Brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Armando Castro. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim. He stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 154.2 pounds. He holds a professional bare knuckle record of 3 victories versus just 1 defeat and he fights out of Long Beach, California, by way of St. Louis, Missouri, introducing the current reigning BKB Welterweight Champion of the World, Javon Wolfman Wright! And now his opponent, standing across the trigon, fighting out of the red corner, one of the highest rated super welterweights in BKB. He wears the black trunks with white trim. He stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 154.8 pounds. He enters the trigon tonight with a professional bare knuckle record of 5 victories versus 2 defeats. And he fights out of Clearwater, Florida, introducing the Florida Gremlin, Henry Williams!
Co-main event of the evening, Henry Williams and Javon Wright. Here we go! Javon Wolfman Wright. They come out swinging. Wow, what a frenetic pace to start this fight. Henry Williams in the black and silver. Both men let him rip. Javon Wright has got that length still, even at this weight, but long arms on Henry Williams, so the reach only an inch difference. In fact, Williams has the longer reach.
I'll tell you right now, Javon was complaining about his last fight being tight. That's 40 years with us, and it seemed like he's cleaning it up a little bit here, just showing kind of a classic boxing stance. A little bit light on his feet, nice little bounce to his step.
And Large, you saw that fight against Carlos Guerra.
Yes.
You know, and Carlos is a veteran in the trigon, but Javon, it was untidy because he didn't get the engagement from Carlos that all of us around the world anticipated, and it was frustrating to him, so he was anxious to get back today and get into a battle like this.
And I think he gets itchy if he doesn't fight every couple of weeks. Right? I mean,
or if a tooth doesn't come flying out like it did here in Denver when he fought Roberto Duran Jr. Or Robert Duran, pardon me.
Right? He's only
son
lost.
of the great. Yep. Which was, I said, somewhat of a win because he showcased his skill set. He's kind of proven everybody right since that point. He is the welterweight champion. The Gremlin looking for some body work. This is a good battle. Will we see the second round for the second time tonight on our main card?
Landed a solid left hand on the way into that clinch and then decided to work the body for a little bit. His total package is put together.
Two very talented boxers and explosive fighters. Now, Javon Wright. Answer by Williams, caught him on the jaw, Large. Javon says of his style, swinging fast pace, utilizes switch stance. We've seen it here early, 45 seconds on the clock, round number 1. Black and silver for Williams, black and red for Wright.
Referee sees some tape hanging from Javon's shoe. I'm just going to fix that real quick.
Working on the tape on Henry's shoe before.
Yeah.
I can tell you those taped up shoes.
We're about to see a second round.
I said that about 5 minutes ago and it jinxed it, so.
I like it. Javon's switching up from Southpaw to Orthodox.
And he likes to do that. He's good at it. And it's not always the smoothest thing for a fighter to do.
Absolutely not.
Usually it's the defense that suffers when you switch. Engage later round. What a knockdown scored by Wright late.
7, 8, you want to continue? Work with me. 9.
Round number 2. Javon Wright scoring a very powerful knockdown late in round number 1. Henry Williams looks as if he has recovered. We're in the second round for the second time today. Great dirty boxing, utilization of that plum clinch. Man, the Thai boxing background of Javon Wright, and he does have a Muay Thai background showcased again here.
Yeah, you can see it the way that he's bouncing on the balls of his feet right there. Henry just doesn't seem like he's able to put anything together. It's like he's still trying to measure out. Javon's taking it right to him at will. It's about to happen again.
He has been out for a while with that hand.
That's hand, yeah. I wonder if that's playing into it tonight.
It very well could, Large. 330 days ago was his last fight, almost 11 months. But the Gremlin,
he's keeping his guard up still.
Yep. Javon is so talented. He said, he didn't even hesitate when we talked to him in the fighter meeting. He said, no, I'm a 147, but he's gonna make a statement here.
And then go right back down?
Exactly.
Yeah. But this is bare knuckle and anything can happen at any time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we've seen it with the Gremlin before. Javon Wright, just stay in there and keep doing what you're doing. Gremlin coming back in. Henry said he injured his left hand, but he did not break it. Said he needed the rest. He's been throwing in his workouts on the bag with the mitts. He's been throwing the left pretty normally the last 2 months is what he told us in fighter meetings. Past the midway point of the second.
He's certainly not babying it. He's just not able to land it.
Right.
Yeah.
And Javon.
Oh, there he got him. That's his second. Any goddamn second.
What a combination. This could be all this again. Wow. Gremlin with a 1-2. Javon Wright is up.
He's got his fingers.
Hit it.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly what
Williams by knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Armando Castro calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 11 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, the Florida Gremlin, Henry Williams. Henry Williams. All right. All week. One more time. All week, you were composed, but you were confident, and you kept very controlled. But now I want to ask you a question. Is there a single super welterweight on the BKB roster that can beat the Florida Gremlin, Henry Williams?
No, I'm the best fighter here. I want my belt.
Now, as you progress through the Trigon, you made quick work tonight of a current championship. Oh,
sorry. I'm the next title fighter is mine. Like, nobody else get the title for me.
I like that. You're getting to the front of the line, Henry.
It's my final. I don't want it. That's my title. That's my title shot. That's my title. I am the champion. I am the champion right now.
Now, to your friends and family that are watching you all over, your people back in Florida, anything you got to say to them?
Emily, Libra, Allen, Aaron, Gabby, Cashmere. Hey, I love y'all so much. And we're going to celebrate later on. I love y'all, babies.
Now, Henry, we got a replay here on the screen if everyone wants to turn your attention. Walk me through this shot that you landed on Javon.
That I was drilling the whole time back there. I was drilling that the whole time back there.
You were drilling that specifically?
Yes, the whole time.
What did you see?
Wow, like that. Right there, I knew coming that chin up.
Well, Henry, that was an incredible shot. Moving forward in your career, we're excited to see you get back in the Trigon. Denver, one more time, make some noise for the Florida Gremlin, Henry Williams!
Hi, I'm Khortni Kamyron and I am BKB's Super Lightweight Champion. And when I beat Paty Juarez on August 16th, I will become the first two-division women's champion.
Soy Paty Juarez, campeona mundial del peso ligero de BKB, peleando en Denver, Colorado, representando a la Ciudad de México.
Holding two belts would mean the absolute world to me. It would be something I never thought impossible back when I started my career 10 years ago. Also, I need a second one to kind of balance them out a little bit. The last fight, I learned that Paty is about as tough as they come. I threw a few punches at her with everything I had and she never stopped moving forward.
¿Qué diferencia hay entre defender mi título y pelear por un cinturón nuevo? Creo que defender lo mío es lo más grande.
What I learned about myself in this last fight is that I had to fight through some adversity in the third round. I couldn't see through one of my eyes, so I learned I'm a little bit tougher than what I had originally thought.
¿Qué esperan los fans de BKB? Que demos una bonita pelea, que demos lo mejor y que tiremos mucha sangre y demos lo mejor.
Coming down a weight class is nothing different to me. I've fought in all sorts of different weight classes, and 135 is actually where I usually fight at. I went up a weight class to fight Paty for the last fight, so this is nothing new to me. As far as my game plan changing from the last fight to this fight, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event rematch. 6 2-minute rounds for the BKB Lightweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Stephen Balea. So, for those of you watching around the world, to those of you joining us right here in Denver, Colorado, are you ready to make history? Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with green and gold trim, she stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in at 134.8 pounds. She holds a bare knuckle record of 2 victories versus just 1 defeat and 1 draw. And she fights out of Parker, Colorado. She was victorious in the first match between these two, and she is the current reigning BKB Super Lightweight Champion of the World, looking to become a 2-weight world champion tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the headhunter, Khortni Kamyron. And now, her opponent, standing across the trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with pink trim. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in at 135 pounds even. She holds a professional bare knuckle record of 5 victories versus 2 defeats. And she fights out of Denver, Colorado, by way of Mexico City, Mexico. Introducing the current reigning and defending BKB Lightweight Champion of the World. Damas y caballeros, presentando a la campeona mundial, Paty Juarez.
Okay, ladies, I want you to have a clean fight. I want you to remember respect each other's opponent all the way from this shot. All right, touch them up. Let's get lined up.
Title fight scheduled for 6 2-minute rounds. Here we go. The lightweight champion in the black and pink. She is Paty Juarez. Black and gold for Khortni Kamyron. What an ovation for both women, but especially for Paty Juarez. 4th straight fight for her large here in Denver. She's lived here for over 25 years. So Mexico City, yes, always proud of her heritage, but she's become a Denver resident for over 2 decades and a half as well, and they love her here.
Yeah, you can really tell. The crowd is the most electric for this fight. Makes sense, obviously, it's in the main event. Right away, we see Paty getting back to those boxing roots there a little bit. More fundamentally sound than we saw in the last fight.
Which is exactly, large, what she did in the fight, the trilogy fight, Monica, Paty 3. That's exactly what she did. With some of the best technical boxing that we have seen.
We We didn't have to
8th fight inside the triangle.
We didn't have to worry about Henry Williams' broken hand. I'm wondering if we're going to have to worry about the reconstructed knee on Paty. That's the only thing that I'm looking at also now. She's bouncing around on it pretty well.
She is. She is. And it was a long recovery for her. The Monica fight got set. She's good now. No longer here. First round. Respectful. Feeling out process from both women. As I mentioned earlier, the first fight went into the 6th and final round before Kamyron got the stop and the belt at 140.
Both girls fighting like they're expected to go the distance again. Uneventful first round.
10 seconds. Time. Right. Round number 2. Paty Juarez, Khortni Kamyron. 135. Let's see who really gets on the offensive attack first. And it looked like Paty was looking forward there. Paty's movement. Looks like that knee is finally healed up large.
And I see Khortni's been pretty patient waiting for the shot before she lets that, there she is, before she lets the right go.
What a difference when you defeated someone as talented and highly decorated as a champion as Paty Juarez. You know inside, of course, you know how good you are, but when you showcase it and you prove it and then everybody else knows it, Khortni Kamyron said, yeah, it's been an HOV lane, but she's keeping it in perspective.
Yeah, that HOV lane is not going to end anytime soon because she does have Jamie breathing down the neck as soon as she gets it. Yeah.
2-0 large, because I'm sure you got me earlier too, buddy.
Yeah. Very nice. I appreciate that.
I had no idea you were funny.
Funny looking.
Chance of Paty. 20-minute drive.
Paty did come back to a corner. I thought she'd said something about her left eye. She's keeping that high guard.
There's a little swelling under there.
Yeah.
A little cut on the nose. Doesn't seem to have affected her.
No.
Here in round 2, though.
Lands a 1-2 there. They're going after it.
You see some swelling under the left eye.
Starting to mass up a little. I think she's hypersensitive about cuts after the decision last time.
For sure. And once that scar tissue starts to build up on
10 seconds.
Right.
Round number 3, the champion in the black and pink, the challenger in the black and gold. Khortni Kamyron said, I know my pro bare knuckle record isn't long, but I feel like my entire resume speaks for itself. She was offered 4 title fights as an amateur, had 4 consecutive fight of the night performances, and then did come in on a 5-fight amateur win streak and defeat Paty Juarez at 140 the last time we saw her.
And looking extremely competitive again. This woman only gets better and better every time we see her in the ring.
They bring out the best of each other. The only thing better than a rematch is a trilogy, right, Large?
Yeah.
Paty's had one of those already with Monica Medina.
Never stop matchmaking, Goldie. Never stop.
Well, Venezuela will stop you.
Yes,
if I get too excited.
You know every permutation and combination of these wins, losses.
Looking up some of those words you just
I appreciate that.
1 minute on the clock. 6 2-minute rounds. They went to the 6th the first time they met 330 days ago.
Both girls are very much avoiding getting in there. They don't want to fight this thing in a phone booth. I think it's something that would benefit Khortni a little bit more. I don't know why she doesn't bring the pressure.
She talked about it in the interviews, the combo feature, as we called him.
Yep.
That she had to work through some really deep waters in the first matchup. Couldn't see after the third round for a second, after a couple punches landed. This is what Paty wants, though. She would like to be more offensive lunge, but she wants to keep it at this distance.
And I think she looks impressive. She's winning this fight from this distance. Khortni had mentioned to us, even in her traditional boxing ring that she works out in, she cut it in half. That's how she's working out the triangle.
Paty's movement is natural, growing up in the boxing world, but Khortni's movement looks very good as well. As we enter round number 4. Will Paty defend? Or will Khortni become the first female to hold a belt in 2 weight classes?
I think Paty's looking very impressive tonight. Her head movement looks great.
Yep.
Look at the movement on it.
This is the best, in a lot of ways, this is the best she's looked. Because even when she had that third fight with Monica, her knee was still in the process of healing. Now you can see it's really gotten stronger and probably back to about 95%.
The 4th round here. She's the oldest competitor on this card tonight, by the way, Goldie. Fresh as Daisy.
Other than you and me. Well,
Correct.
competitor, you're right. I thought you
She
said
could be my daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
44 years old.
Working the body a little bit.
Yep. 1 minute.
These rounds fly by.
They do. It's been all red corner here in our main card tonight.
First 2 overhands I've seen really from Paty, so we're about to turn up the heat here.
Back in July of 2021, when Paty Juarez became the first champion of any kind inside the Trigon, her and Christine Stanley went the entire 7 2-minute rounds back then. Paty has been in deep waters many, many times. Not unfamiliar with it.
10 seconds.
Round number 5, title fight scheduled for 6 2-minute rounds. The champion, Paty Juarez, the challenger, Khortni Kamyron.
Slipping the jabs like you read about.
Tremendous stuff. This is a lifetime of boxing that you see back on display from Paty.
Too.
Tried to sneak one in, clipped it off the chin of the champ. When I say champ, I mean 135.
Yeah, we have to, yeah. Details matter, Goldie.
They do indeed,
Yeah.
they do indeed. Trying to show a little feint of a switch stance. Good combination. That's what Khortni Kamyron did in the 6th round in the first fight, is she closed the distance and she caught Paty and finished it.
Yeah, split her lip. Paty's keeping her hands up a little bit better.
Good finish on the right hand of that combo by Juarez. Oh, now you see the swelling under the left eye of Khortni Kamyron. Level changes by the headhunter.
Extremely clean fight.
By both women.
Yeah.
High level of talent here inside the mighty Trigon, the smallest surface in combat sports. 15 seconds separate us from the championship round.
Juarez looks like she was born to box, but I'm telling you, Khortni's doing a pretty good job.
She is.
She's doing okay. Very unorthodox with the way that she puts up her guard, kind of throws that hand out there.
Big swing by Paty. Good return though by Khortni.
Ready? Fight for the belt. Let's go.
See some fireworks.
Yep. Will somebody make a major statement? Paty's shaking her head like, yeah, let's bring it.
Yeah. Blood is flowing from Paty's, but underneath her eye.
Yes.
So we're safe here for now.
under the left eye of Khortni Kamyron. Long jab, nicely done by Paty.
Love to see that right connect though.
She's out. She definitely can fight long.
Over there. Time!
Women at 5'5".
Over there.
Right on the jaw there.
Doctor! Hey!
Seems like he's trying to pop that thing back in.
Gotta look at this. Stay right here. Go over there. Stay right there.
The good thing, as we talked about, is it's under the eye. Now, a little bit above the eye now, but there's no way Paty was going to let the doctor talk to him or anything.
I haven't held my breath so long.
Yep. The battle continues. Good connection made by Khortni, opening up still got more of that cut.
Still got some head movement though. It's tough to hit. But you got him.
60 seconds remain.
Corey letting the right go.
Trying that check hook. Paty avoids.
Goldie, to your point, win or lose, Paty looks like she's been in a fight tonight, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. She's a gamer. Bloody but far from beaten. Maybe defeated when the judges get their cards turned in. We do not know. We're 30 seconds away from it being out of the hands of both women.
Excellent conditioning from both camps, by the way.
Absolutely. And they both train here.
Yeah.
You know,
same intensity Khortni came in round 1. She has here in the waning moments of the round 6.
Big swing and a miss by Paty there, large. 15 seconds. They go the distance. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 full championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Judge Langmeyer sees the contest 57-57, while judges Mellish and Beal sees the contest 58-56, declaring your winner by majority decision, and still the BKB lightweight champion of the world, Paty Juarez!
Can't get any closer than that. Majority decision victory. Paty Juarez remains the champion at 135.
Paty Juarez, I'm going to bring Mel Valenzuela in here. Paty, you just keep fighting, you just keep winning, and you kept the belt tonight. I'll start with an easy question. How do you feel?
Sigues peleando, sigues ganando, defendiste tu cinturón hoy. ¿Cómo te sientes?
I'm feeling so good. Me siento muy bien y muy orgullosa de mí y de todo mi equipo que hicimos un excelente trabajo.
She feels really good, she's proud, and she's ecstatic with her team.
Paty, hold on a second. Do we have any Paty Juarez fans here tonight? They came for you, Paty. You sold all these tickets, all these friends and family. Anything that you have to say to them?
Que estoy súper contenta, súper emocionada, de verdad. Muchas gracias a toda la gente que me viene a apoyar. Muchas gracias, mi gente. Esto es por ustedes.
She wants to thank all her fans for coming out. She's ecstatic. She's just happy, very happy.
Now, I like a cliffhanger, Paty, so I'm going to ask you a question. You're now 1-1. You're both Colorado. You both won and fought against each other in Colorado. Is a trilogy a possibility?
Ambas son de Colorado. Sí. Están un récord, una ganada cada una. Podemos ser 3.
A fuerzas. ¿Cómo que no? Chingao.
For the 140, absolutely.
That sounds like a plan, ladies and gentlemen.